I always remind you all that we are using Tennessee Foundational Skills Curriculum Supplement Materials, Grade 2, Unit 1. All of these materials can be downloaded from the Best for All Central website or the Tennessee Foundational Skills Curriculum Supplement website. They're also available in student packets and teacher packets that are printable that go along with this specific lesson. All right, so according to our Tennessee Foundational Skills Curriculum, we are on Lesson 11. In Lesson 11, we have objectives listed along with the aligned Tennessee academic standards. Now, in order to complete our lesson today, we are going to do some sounds first work. We're also going to do some spelling work with some new spelling words for you guys to work on. We're going to work in some tricky words, really understanding some tricky words that might stump us as we're reading and writing. We're going to dig into some double letter consonant sounds. So we're going to go into our code book and start looking at sounds that may be spelled differently than what we have already coded. And we're also going to dig into our student reader. So I hope that you all have all of that material ready to go, and your list of things that you will need is here on our slide. So in order to participate fully in today's lesson, you're going to need your code chart. Remember, my code chart is in a folder. I encouraged you all to put your code chart in a folder or at least staple it in the corner so that you would have access to it for each and every lesson. So you will need your code chart. You will need your student reader. Again, the student reader should be available in the student material that goes along with this video. It's also available on that website so that you can download it. You'll need the student reader, the Cat Bandit, that goes with Unit 1. You'll also need some sort of lined paper to write on. I chose to use this type of paper because I do better with my handwriting that way, and this is the type of paper we've been practicing on. If you just have plain notebook paper, that works too, but we need something with some lines on it. You also need some sort of red and green marker and a pencil. So you'll need the pencil and a red marker and a green marker. Again, whatever you've used in the first 5 lessons is fine. You will also need access to worksheets 11.1 and 11.2. Those can be found again in the student materials that go along with this lesson, or on the Best for All website or the Tennessee Foundational Skills Curriculum Supplement website. Worksheet 11.1 looks like this, 11.2 looks like this. Additionally, you will need 6 yellow cards. Now, in the first 5 lessons, I do not believe that we started this, so I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it. The yellow cards are for us to write our tricky words on. Okay, so I just took some yellow paper and cut it up and made cards. Okay, you can use sticky notes, but whatever you use, you want to make sure that you've got somewhere that you can keep all of these together. A lot like your code chart, you might want to like hole punch these and put them on like a ring or something that we practice with. If you've got a blank wall somewhere that you could use a sticky note to stick that on, or a piece of paper or something, just somewhere that you have all of these together that you practice often. Okay, now if you want to go ahead at this point and write the words on each card that need to be on the card, feel free to do that. I have them listed and mine look like this: thee, he, she, we, be, and me. Okay, so feel free to write on them if you are ready to do that and you don't want to have to stop the lesson later on. All right, so boys and girls, 2nd graders, if you need to pause this to gather all of these materials, please do it. It's very important that you have your materials before we begin. Okay, let's dig into our lesson today. So our lesson today is going to begin with our warm-up, and as we began 5 lessons ago, we started always making sure that we are warming up, either working in our code books, working with blending and segmenting, doing something to really warm up our minds so that we're making clear and consistent connections between the sounds that we hear and what we're seeing as we read and what we're writing as we write. Okay, so it's very important that we continue to do that, and I want you all to engage with me. There are 3 activities today that I think you're really going to enjoy. The first one is called Sound Scientist. All right, so for this activity, you get to be a sound scientist, and you are going to examine. However, when we think about examining something as a scientist, which sense do we usually think they are going to use if they examine something? Right, so if you're going to examine something, you're more than likely going to use your eyes, your sight, or your hands, your sense of feeling. However, you all, as sound scientists, are going to use your ears, okay? Just your ears. So I hope that you guys are ready. You're going to use your ears. You're going to close your eyes. I'm going to say a sentence, and then I'm going to repeat a word from the sentence. And then I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to respond right back to me, just like I'm sitting there, with the answers. And then I want you to check your answer, okay? Because I'll give you the correct answer. So, in order to begin and be a sound scientist, you need to close your eyes. All right, close your eyes. Make sure you can hear really well. Here we go. Here's your first sentence. If you leave the milk out too long, it might spoil. Spoil. How many syllables are in the word spoil? How many? Let's try. Spoil. 1 syllable. That's right. How many sounds? All right, keep your eyes closed. How many sounds are in the word spoil? Repeat it. Say spoil. Now let's figure out how many sounds are in that word. Spoil. Spoil. How many sounds are in that word? 4. Very good. Where do you hear the sound "ool" in the word spoil? Beginning, middle, or end? Close your eyes. Say the word spoil. Where do you hear the "ool" sound? Yep, at the end. Very good. What 2 sounds do you hear at the beginning of the word spoil? Close your eyes. Say spoil. What are the 2 sounds you hear? Blended, segmented if you need to. Spoil. What are those 2 sounds? Sp. Are those the 2 sounds that you heard? Me too. Sp. Those are the 2 sounds I heard. What word would you have if you took off those 2 sounds? The sp. What would be left? Oil. Very good. Okay, here's our next one. Open your eyes, stretch out a little bit. Here we go. Close your eyes, sound scientist. Here's your sentence. Now, when I say the sentence and the word, I want you to repeat it in your head, okay? And if you're there and you don't have a lot of students around you, then you're welcome to repeat it out loud. Here it comes. Close your eyes. Just your ears. Remember to take out the garbage this evening. Remember. Remember to take out the garbage this evening. Remember. Okay. How many syllables are in the word remember? And what are they? All right, so let's count the syllables in the word remember. Remember, each syllable has a vowel sound. That's how we know it's a syllable, okay? Remember. How many syllables are in there? Remember. 3 syllables. Now, what are those syllables? Remember, they all have a vowel sound. Re, then mem, and then ber. Okay. Now, what vowel sound do you hear in the first syllable? The first syllable was re. E. That's right. We hear the E sound. What vowel sound do we hear in the second syllable, which was mem? Mem. Eh. That's exactly right. And what vowel sound do we hear in the very last syllable? Burr. Yes, we hear that R-controlled sound. Very good. That's the vowel sound that we hear. What word do you get if you add ing to remember? Keep your eyes closed if that helps you be a good sound scientist. What word do you get if you add ing to remember? Very good. Remembering. What word do you get if you add d to the end of remember? Remembered. Very good. Very good. Okay. And the last one for this one, what word would we get if we removed re from remember? If we took off the first syllable, what word would we get? Member. Member. That's right. Very good. Very good. Excellent being a sound scientist. All right. The next activity, and I hope you enjoyed that one. The next activity is called Word on a Curve. And if you worked with this in first grade, then you've already done Word on a Curve. And today I'm going to kind of extend that out. So if you know how to do that, then great. And if you don't, I'm going to teach you how. So word on a curve, when we say a word on a curve, we're going to start at our mouth and we're going to go out. And we're going to figure out just how many sounds there are from where it starts in my mouth until where it ends. Okay? So here is the first sentence. Try new food. It might be good. Try is the word on the curve. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to say the word try. I'm going to start try. And I'm going to stop my hand at the top of the curve. So if I were to take the r out of try, what word might I get? So I'm going to drop that r sound. Try. I'm going to drop that r sound. I would get tie. Very good. Very good. Okay. So here's another one. Let's try. I want to be a teacher when I grow up. My little girl says that all the time, and I'm so excited about that. I want to be a teacher when I grow up. All right, so grow is our word. If I say grow, and let's put it on the curve. Grow. Now, I would like for you to take the r out of grow. Ready? Go. Go. We've dropped that r off, and it becomes go. Very good. All right, here comes another sentence. Here we go. Don't walk too slow. We will be late. All right? Here we go. Slow is the word on the curve. So say slow. Slow. Okay? I want us to take the L out of slow and see what word we can make. Oh. So. Very good. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Stand on your tiptoes to sneak around. Snake is the word. Stand on your tiptoes to sneak around. I want you, the word is snake. Let's put it on the curve. Snake. Snake. Okay? I want you to take the N out of snake. Seek. Seek. Very good, like hide and seek. All right, the last one we're going to do with word on a curve is skip. And remember, this is your first time doing this, and so if you are not getting these all correct, that's fine. We're going to do this every day. That's part of Sounds First, is continuing to get better, okay? So let's do this last one, and if I don't want you to feel discouraged because word on a curve is a little bit tricky to get the hang of, okay? Let's do skip. Skip. Let me give you the sentence, and then you repeat it after me. Skip down the street to see me. Skip. Ready? You say, skip down the street to see me. I got tongue-tied. Let's try that again. Skip down the street to see me. Your turn. The word on the curve is skip. Say skip. Let's put it on the curve. Skip. Okay? I want us to take the k sound out of skip. Here we go. Skip. See, that was hard for me. I left it in there. Now let's try to take it out. Skip. Sip. So if I drop the k out of skip, it becomes sip. Very good. All right, the last one we're going to do to warm up with our Sounds First activity is called a spoonerism. Spoonerism. Okay, so a spoonerism is where we swap the first couple of phonemes of two different words, and then you try to put them back together. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I'm giving you some mixed up words, and you try to figure out what they should be. Here they are. Brister and Souther. Yes, it should be sister and brother. You see how they swap to those first phonemes? All right, here's another one. Newsy might. Newsy might. We're going to switch them back. Movie night. That's exactly right. Those spoonerisms are kind of fun. I like doing those. So if you guys would all find the Cat Bandit reader, go ahead and find your second grade reader, the Cat Bandit. We are going to do our reading today. Now, when we're reading today, I would like to point out something to you that you need to make sure that you pay careful attention to. You may see a sentence that looks like this. Okay? And it could have a period. Now, let's think how we would read that. Get up. Okay? That's how I'm going to read it. So you got a period. It's telling me something. It's a command. Get up. What if that period turns into an exclamation point? What if I read that and it had an exclamation point at the end? The way that I read it before was get up. The way that I read it now is get up. Okay, so an exclamation point is going to give me excitement that I need to add to this sentence. That tells me that this is a sentence that conveys excitement. So if you see an exclamation point, you need to practice that because that is what contributes to you being a fluent reader. Okay, is really paying attention to those punctuation marks that you encounter as you read. All right, so let's go to the first page of your story, The Cat Bandit. You should have found your Unit 1 reader. Uh-oh! What does that mean? Yes, it does. It means it's time for us to do a wiggle card. All right, we did. Bang on a drum. Toot, 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 toot. We did that. We did. Lift a fist. So we're going to do what? What is it? Sing a song. All right, so I want to hear you sing a song, Tennessee. If you have a song, go ahead and belt it out. Stand up. Use your rock and roll air guitar, your drums. Sing it, sing it, sing it. Okay. All right. Now this is my favorite part of today's lesson is the reading. So let's get into reading The Cat Bandit. Now your entire reader is called, the title is The Cat Bandit. So let's look at today's story. Today's story is called The Hot Dog. So if you'll look on your table of contents, and I have the story on my screen as well, in case you need to look there, but I hope that you have a copy of it in front of you. We're looking for the story The Hot Dog. What page would I find the story The Hot Dog beginning on? Yes, so I would find it on page 2. So I'd like for all of you all to go to page 2. And I hope that you find a story called The Hot Dog. All right, when you're there, give me a thumbs up. Good, 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 good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read, and then I want you to read back to me. So that's echo reading. We talked a little bit about that, echo versus choral. Right now you're going to echo me. Make sure you use your magic reading fingers. Either one, you track along as I read, and then you go back and you echo me. Here we go. The hot dog. Good. Mom had a hot dog. She left the hot dog on a shelf in the den. The hot dog sent up a smell. Your turn. The smell drifted and drifted. The cat bandit sat on the deck, wishing he had a snack. Your turn. Then the hot dog smell hit him. Such a smell! Sniff, sniff, sniff. All right, turn the page. I want you to read with me. I want you to choral read this page with me. Ready? We're all going to start on the word "the" at the top of the page. The cat bandit ran in the den. He spotted the hot dog up on the shelf. He got up on a bench. Then he sprang up on the TV set. Then, with a big jump, he sprang up and landed on the shelf. Then, munch, 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 the cat bandit had himself a picnic lunch. Okay, I would like for you to go back and reread this story on your own. If you remember back to your spelling words that you practiced writing, they are all in this story because we need to know how to read and write all of these words, okay? So I want you to pause right now, go back to your story, start at the title. What was the title? The Hot Dog. And I want you to read this story aloud. If you have someone there with you who could read with you, that would be great. If you have a stuffed animal you can read to, or maybe a puppy dog, then go ahead and do that. Go ahead and reread your story. Pause the video. When we come back, we will talk about what we understand about the story. Okay, so let's talk about what we read. Who are the two characters in the story? Remember, when we answer questions, we always answer in complete sentences. So I would not want you just to say, Mom and the cat. Okay? That's so in the past. We don't answer questions like that. We answer questions like big second graders that we are. So I might answer this question and say, Mom and the cat are the two characters in the story. Do you agree? Okay. So, where did Mom leave her hot dog? Remember, in a complete sentence. So it would start something like, Mom left her hot dog. Yes, Mom left her hot dog on a shelf in the den. Very good complete sentence. How did the cat bandit know there was a hot dog in the den? Complete sentence. Answer this aloud. How did the cat bandit know there was a hot dog in the den? Okay. Yes, something like this. The cat bandit knew there was a hot dog in the den because the cat bandit could smell it, right? Or he or she could smell it. All right, last question. What happened after the cat bandit landed on the shelf? So our sentence would start something like, after the cat bandit landed on the shelf, he ate the hot dog. That's right. What happened after the cat bandit landed on the shelf? After the cat bandit landed on the shelf, he ate the hot dog. Very good. Now, second graders, I have put some opportunities for you to practice here. So if you want to take this video and pause and practice reading these words with somebody there with you, that would be great. They can kind of mark and see if there are any any areas that you need to work in a little bit more. But these are words that you should, based on the lessons you've had, these are words you should be able to read on your own. These are sentences and phrases that you should be able to read on your own based on your code knowledge and your tricky words. Okay? So these are things that that you should be able to read on your own. So if you want to pause and practice here, that would be a great thing to do. In order to wrap up today, I just want to say thank you. You did a great job. I'm glad we got to add our wiggle cards. Those stars are just coming out of nowhere. Today we were able to think about double consonants. We were able to introduce your first set of spelling words and really dig into your student reader. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I look forward to coming back with you for lesson 7. See you soon.